hive cluster is under attack.
Live for the swarm.
Hey there, StarCraft fans! It's Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of StarCraft Brood War Remastered. Today, gonna be Killer versus Snow on Ultimate Stream. Top right, it is our Blue Zerg, it is Killer. Top left of this giant 4-player map, we've got Snow. He is yellow today. We've got Terra the Overlord scouting out the wrong direction. Yeah, I know, he got up on the wrong side of the bed today, Terry. But you still have a duty to do. So go ahead and scout south. And this is a very, very weird map. We have high ground expansions in the middle connected to other expansions via a series of elevated paths, right? Right. So this is an expansion. You go down and up, and then you're at another expansion, down and up, and then you're at another expansion, and then again, down and up. And you're at another expansion. This, I don't think I've seen anything like this before in map making. Ultimate Stream, huh? Where's the stream? I don't know. So again, everything's mirrored. We've got a lot of expansion opportunities here because it's a 4-player map, and there are expansions along the outside, there are expansions along the inside, and every single one of them has a Vespene Geyser. Wow. A lot of gas available on this Ultimate Stream map. Okay, so Snow is gonna do a little bit of harassment and scouting with this probe. Alright, so he wants to block the hatch first play, but it's an overpool. Did he check that? Yeah, he checked that. He got to here, right? Yes, okay. So it's an overpool. And you can still block the hatch, because you have to wait for Zerglings to come out. Oh, hang on. Hang on. Oh, there we go. There we go. He could. I think Killer could have gotten it down. No! Oh my gosh. Snow is just bullying Killer here. Just bullying him. And okay, so now he's going to let him take it. Just, you know, super duper delayed. Are we going to expand again? Just blindly? You have no idea what Snow is doing at the top left corner because you haven't scouted there yet, Mr. Killer. And Killer's win rate in ZVP on my channel is not very good. I think he's won one ZVP out of, like, I don't know, 7 or 8 times over the last year. But he's an excellent Zerg player, so I don't know. Maybe it's just I'm casting the wrong replays from him. Wow. So third base? Just are we scouting with this? Yeah, I guess we're scouting with this as well as these lings. Run! Run! You can you could have gotten there. I feel like you could have gotten there. That cannon was not warped in. And yeah, so third base here at 3 minutes down in the... Is this a spawn location or is this an expansion? I think that's an expansion location. Weird, like I said, weird map. Weird stuff, man. Yeah, he's going to take his second base, or his third base here, but it is, I mean, I don't know, it's high ground, but it's all high ground, so, like, you know the expansion patterns here if you're going on Fighting Spirit, but on this map, it's a little bit odd. Again, never, oh, get out of here. I've never actually cast a game on this map before. So I'm curious to see how this goes. Obviously, the lair timing before metabolic boost, cybernetics core coming in. Then we're going to see a Stargate. Nobody's really in any position to do any real damage to anybody else here. These lings don't have speed, so they're not going to kill this probe unless it's dumb and allows itself to get surrounded or isn't paying attention to its surroundings. Anywho, metabolic boost is on the way, though, so this probe probably should try to ditch this ling as fast as it can. But also wants to see if there's a third base down here, and there is. Now, very standard here. Snow, Stargate timing is anytime now, once he has the resources for it. Production tab will say Stargate, and behold, there it is. Alright, so yeah, scouts the third base here of Killer, says, okay, I'm not getting like 2-base Hydra busted or anything, which actually would be pretty dangerous. Based on what Snow is trying to do here, because Snow is not trying to get anywhere close to Storm, and if 47 Hydras showed up, he would just die. It is high ground, which is harder for Hydras to bust up for sure. But they'd be just fine. They really would. Their Spires coming in, or we're going to go Mutalisks, or we're going to go for Scourge, just as, you know, cautionary units when we're trying to deal with the Corsair. These Lings, that metabolic boost is finished. This probe is going to die. Is it going to die before metabolic boost finishes, though? No, it's got too much shields. And there's speed kicking in. And now the probe knows things got real. And pfft, rest in peace, probe. You did your best. Let's see. Where's Terry the Overlord? Is he here? He was heading down this right side, and I lost track of him. There's a bunch of them heading south here, intriguingly enough. I guess checking to see for ninja expansions. That Snow might have been going for who honestly knows. +1 air weapons indicates we're going to see a lot of Corsairs, and not just 2 or 3. Lings, that's a lot of Lings, man. Just to kill a probe? You're not busting up this either. High ground cannon, Zealots, Dragoon. No, it's not going to happen here at all. So they're just trying to make sure they can deal with anything. Yeah. Can they jump on this? What do they got? They've got... No. I mean, it's enough to deal with these Zealots if the micro's good enough from Killer, but the Dragoon adds extra DPS. That would make that a terrible situation for those Lings to get into, so they're not gonna. More Lings on the way? No, just taking another base. I guess this is the old macro hatch at the 3rd. Corsair scouting around, sees the Spire, says, okay, not a Hydralisk Den, don't have to worry about that right now, but it could be a, a concern in the future. Absolutely. And, oh, there we go. Now taking 4th base, bottom right here. So, I like it. Killer's going big or going home on macro right now. He's basically trying to be, trying to out macro Snow here as well as he can. And as a Zerg player, you kind of have to do that. If you're going to take the game past, like, the 10-minute mark, you really have to have more bases and way more economy than the Protoss does. Because Storm is good, and Reavers are good, and Zealots with legs and stuff are good, too. So here comes the attack, and the Lings are out a little bit, and there are no Sunkens here. Killer? Come on, man. This is so... As a Zerg main, this hurts me. It's like, are you seriously? Just nothing. No Sunkens at all here. No Lings at home either. Just, by golly, I sure hope these here Zealots don't walk across the map and try to ruin my day. That'd be horrible news. Man, so Templar Archive's coming in. And everyone's going to die here eventually. But now you have to worry about these guys behind the mineral line. And yes, Dragoon's back here getting free shots off as well. And it's all fired annoying and to get out. And look at this. I mean, just the absolute... Just the cost effectiveness of these two Zealots backed up here. By that, I mean, they're not actually getting as many kills as I thought they would. Oh, and then again, no Sunkens at the 3rd base. Okay, there we go. Finally, a Sunken pops. So 46 to 37 workers here, partially because, we didn't have any static defense when a bunch of Zealots and a Dragoon showed up. It was a bit of an unorthodox timing from Snow. So I get it, but man, frustrating stuff. Like I said, Corsair count increasing, Dark Templar on the way, Spore Colony coming in. Hey! Where is that? Here? That's got to be a Spore. Yeah, so at his 3rd base, he wants a Spore. No sign of a Spore at the natural or the main, though, because of what silly Zerg player wants to do that. I don't know, ones that don't like all of their units to die to DTs and Corsairs, maybe. Yeah, that's a run. You're probably not going to lose all of your Corsairs to these Scourge, but you're going to lose enough that it's going to be a concern. For sure. So yeah, this is beautiful. 3rd base prepped for this DT. Whap. Recognizes, oh, I'm taking Sunken hits here. Oh my, and... Can it stay out of range of the detection range and the Sunken attack range at the same time? Yes. It can. Oh my God. Killer. I don't know. Maybe it's because I always have Killer going against elite Protoss players like Snow. Well, Slow Overlord's going to die. There's a Spore at the natural base, though, that shoves them away. DT does get wiped out by Lings as they show up. I mean, Killer, I don't know. I'm being too hard on Killer, I feel like, here, but he's just not doing everything he needs to do to win this game. 3rd base, warping in, which does get scouted by a Ling, which immediately gets hacked to death by Psyblades. Corsair count is hefty, right? That's 7 Corsairs, man. No more are in production, but they do have the +1 attack, which makes them so much better against Scourge and all sorts of stuff. But, the downside of this as a Protoss player is if you make that many Corsairs, you don't really have as much of a ground army. Oh, Scourge tried to connect, and I think they got one. They might have gotten one Corsair there, but that was just not good trades, was it? No. Anyway, we're working on Hydra tech here, and Hydras are in production too. Going for Flyer Carapace to offset the +1 air attack here. That Snow has taken the time to research. So, Yeah, man, hit that like button if you're enjoying this game so far. I'm here 6 times a week with Brood War content. I just posted a Brood War cheese yesterday, I think, if the schedule is correct here. And Overlord's dying. Yeah. So look, here's the thing. Even with spores, it's just not going to keep all your Overlords alive, but it helps. It's just a little bit of assistance is all it is. But yeah, hit the like button, hit the subscribe. You could support me by clicking the join button down below, becoming an absolute awesome member of the channel for as little as a couple bucks a month. You get a special badge. People know that you're cool. And your name turns green on YouTube as well. If you want to support me on Patreon, it's at patreon.com/Falcon Paladin. And that's a beautiful storm. It's an 11 kill High Templar. High Templar comes out of the gateway, says, yes, I do have storm researched. Here we go. 11 kills. 11. 11. Well, there's again, high ground is going to help Killer here as much as it would help Snow on the other side, right? Attacking up a high ground position to the enemy is just always not, it's not great. It's never great. I guess is the better way to say that. Everything's high ground on this map, so interesting way to design it that way. Okay, we're busting. We're busting up. Let's go. Storm. Oh, Zealot's just making a beautiful run by up the left side. There's a sunken here, but it's only a drone massacre. There's only one. These guys are kind of getting messed up on their pathing because they want to attack these sunkens, but they can't. The drones are messing with it. 3 sunkens firing at this moment. Storm's just making sure Hydras can't sit here and do a lot of work. Sunken down. Muta's pop. Really? Muta's popping out when there are... Alright, well, these Mutas are all dead. The Sunken's all dead, except for this one. So, okay, it worked, man. It worked for Killer, but he lost some drones there for sure. He's at 56 to 53. So it's not like he's down to, you know, 20 workers or something. Having the 3rd and the 4th base down here really helps him with that. But where's that Corsair group? They didn't all die. I did not miss them all getting crushed. No. Well, I don't know. Maybe I did. There's 4 here. And there were more of those than that. So maybe that's enough to make Killer feel like he is okay to make Mutas now. Because he wiped out. I mean, he's killed, what? 1, 2, at least 2, 3? 3 Corsairs. But again, more in production. Dragoons coming in now to deal with the Mutalisks. Here we go. Mutalisk flock. This is kind of a ZVZ thing, right? Where we make this many Mutas and a bunch of Scourge. And the Scourge are for anti-air purposes because the Mutas are pretty good against everything else. Yeah, rebuilding Sunkens, beautiful. I love that choice because a lot of the tech and a lot of the money here went into Scourge and into Mutas. There's not a lot of ground to defend here as far as army value goes. So look at this, just busting in. The Flyer Carapace upgrade is done. They got +2 Carapace. They're stacked. Oh, 1 Muta's already down to these cannons. Not ideal. And the Dragoons are here to get rid of the Mutas and chase away the Scourge too. And Killer, not stupid, gets out of there. He does lose a couple Mutalisks in the process just because they're flimsy. It's the nature of the Mutalisk. Lurkers are out now for our guy Killer. And this Dragoon is going to die. How are you so alone out here? All right, you're dead. Another base coming up from Snow down to the south. It's a 4th base. Again, just at one of the billion... Oh, no, this is the bottom left spawn location expansion. Okay. Yeah, that's fair. That makes a lot of sense. There are just so many places to expand on this map. And I don't know. Do we feel like anyone's going to try to take these high ones? I just feel like there are so many places to go on the outsides that going to the inside is not something we really are going to see here. Nidus Canal, Defiler Mound, recognizing, okay, we're gateway armying it up here. Either way, I want Plague or I want Dark Swarm. Having Defilers is going to be good in that situation. I mean, you're just never going to skip Defilers into PvZ at all, ever. Once you're to the point in the tech path where you can get them. I mean, you're not going to start with them, but... Hey, what's up, guy? Got a little Dark Archon in play here. We're going to research any Maelstrom for this guy or what. Muta's dive bombing into the main base again, just pretty much to kill cannons and then not kill all the cannons and then escape after a couple of them die. I guess not ideal is how I would explain this. Not all that ideal whatsoever. He's making more Mutas, man. All right, Killer. Look, the history of Mutalisks on my channel and ZVPs is not good. Your history of ZVPs on this channel is also not good. And I'm saying that partially as a Zerg main. I like Zerg the best, and I always have. And part of it is because, I don't know, even as a Protoss fan, like if you're watching Killer get beat because he's doing dumb stuff, is that like, an excellent Protoss, well-earned win? No, I don't know. Maybe you don't care. A lot of people, I guess, don't care if they win and the other team does something stupid. But I don't know. I prefer to feel like I got a 1 fair and square. Got a win fair and square. Okay, Scourge down. Scourge down. Okay, and there we go. Corsair down to 2. But I don't know. It's just like if you watch a Zerg player, I don't know if they just went mass Zergling and that's it. There was no supported defilers, there were no lurkers, there were no hydras. And the Protoss player was like, this is stupid, and just killed him easily with Storm and Reavers and stuff. Would you be like, yes, great Protoss win? You'd be like, no, what is the Zerg player doing? Are they mentally deficient? Like, look at this. That was just donated Zerglings, man. More donated Zerglings. These placements of Storms are absolutely killer sick perfect, man. This is just... yeah. Just sending Lings across, but you know how to deal with Lings is Cannons, Reavers, High Templar. Like, Lings are good. But at this level of StarCraft, there we go, picking up a High Templar with these Immutas, most valuable thing they've done today. You know, I guess a couple weeks ago or 10 days ago or so, I did cast a game where Hero used Mutas to incredibly excellent effect at picking High Templar out of the Protoss army. I'm not going to tell you if he won, but you should check that out. It's a very, very good Muta play. Maelstrom is getting researched. Okay. Alright. Support that. I like the 6th base that Killer's got up here. It's, Dark Swarm is up, but the Psionic Storm and the Dark Swarm. Friends for life. That's what those spells are. More Dark Swarm coming up. Plague's getting researched. Ling's just not... I mean, inside the Dark Swarm, sure. The Lings are going to do great against this very Dragoon-heavy army. We established that already. Lurker's getting wiped out, too. Upgrades, looking at a +2, +1 for the Gateway units. The Lings have a +1, +2. And it's +2 for the Hydras for now. They're both working on a +3 attack, though. By that, I mean the Lings are working on +2 attack. Alright, so storming your own obs. Oh, and then easily allowing it to get sniped. That wasn't the greatest storm I've ever seen from Snow, so that hurts. Dark Swarms go up, Lurkers go in, Storm comes on. Killer supply blocked a little bit here, but he's at 180 supply. Snow's at 188. This is going to be a bloodbath from this point on. When both players just have... Ooh, it's a drop! It's a drop! It's a Maelstrom into a drop into Psionic. Another Maelstrom Storm combo! Ah! The Mutas are all dead! The Overlords died. The ones that had things in them, I think, mostly died. Ah! No! Killer! Okay, this Dark Archon doesn't get credited with any kills, but the assist numbers on this guy are through the roof. I think he just got like 17 assists there because all those Mutas died. Oh, Killer. He was around 180, 190 supply. He's, you know, down to 160 here. I think it was lower than that. And this is an RJB replay, which I guess you could have assumed based on the players involved here, and I guess it is a more relatively recent replay with this map. But, yeah, so thank RJB by checking him out. Go to his YouTube channel. Search RJB TV on the YouTube box. You'll find him. Subscribe to him. Let him know that Falcon sent you. And if you like fastest maps, that's his cup of tea for the most part. He provides me with so many of these replays. RJB is a great, great dude. So, after this, I feel like there's really no chance that Killer's going to win this game. But, crazier things have happened. He does have a ton of macro. He's going to lose a lot, but you know what? He's got Plagues, he's got Dark Swarms, he's got Lurkers, he's going to have Adrenal Lings, he's going to have all the pieces of the puzzle he needs to win this game. It's just, he's going to need a lot of it. He's going to need a lot of Plague and a lot of excellent Dark Swarms, and he's going to need to prevent, I think, if he allows Snow to get another base, it might be over for him, and Killer needs at least 1 or 2 more if this is going to happen. Storm is just too strong. Just too strong. Archons, Dragoons, +3 attack is done. 1 armor, 1 shields, 1 armor is done. Zealots braving into the lurkers to help at least bruise them up so storms will finish them off. The Zealots will come back as Dragoons. Yeah, if you're Snow, I don't know, you're up 20 supply, you haven't lost a base yet. You're on a 5 base economy, which as a Protoss is just astounding. Okay, but yeah, your Archons really don't want to fight against, you know, +3 attack Hydras with +2 armor. Archons are not meant for that. Dragoons do okay with it. Zealots do amazing with it. Storms do okay with it too. Another drop attempt. Everything's just getting stormed, although really bad. And there's Reavers in the mix here too. And again, I am a fan of drops. I am. You know this if you've watched my channel. But Snow's just not having it. Snow just storms everything as it's coming in. A couple lurkers were here, I guess. Obviously some Dark Swarm popped there, but the Storm and the Reavers didn't care about that. And I don't think a single probe died. They just happily kept mining the whole time. Man, at least fly your overlords over the probe so they have to run or they get stormed? I don't know. I'm backseat gaming here against Killer. 188 to 165 supply. I like that Killer's going for drops. I do. But those are the two least effective drops I've seen? Maybe ever? These storms, though. Okay. Alright, that's an 8-kill High Templar there. No big deal. Just high ground in it. When the Lings come in, storm, storm, storm. Yeah, man. Snow's a monster! I don't know what else to tell you about this game other than that Snow is an absolute monster. Dark Swarms are up. Storms inside the Dark Swarms, etc., etc., etc. Bit of a flank attack here from Killer on the left side. Loving that. Can this Defiler plague anything? No, it doesn't have the energy for that. And it's getting chased by Zealots into the Dark Swarm and staying alive for now. But a lot of Protoss persists in here. Zealots and Archons inside the Dark Swarm are generally okay with being there. But they do pull back a little bit. Hydras don't do anything to Zealots inside Dark Swarm, but the Lings do, and they have Adrenal now. And they've got 2/2 upgrades, so they're a little bit scary. You know, the Storm is needed. The Storm is very good. That is an 8-kill High Templar. That guy's got 7. That one's got 11, and they're going to combine forces, do the little dance. Yeah, I mean, if this drop had succeeded, or this drop had succeeded, Killer would be in a much better position. It didn't succeed is all. And it's very sad. 200 to 145 supply. Now, the good thing for Killer is he hasn't lost a base yet. He hasn't lost this 12 o'clock expansion either. Or, ooh, he did take a high ground base. Okay, all right. So Killer's expanding like a madman, and he needs to, because right now, the resources game is not going very well. Oh, and he does find an expansion of Snow as he's trying to get the high ground. No! Say the Adrenal Link. Just focus the Nexus. Don't worry about anything else. Just focus the Nexus. Focus. You're not going to kill the incoming army. Kill the Nexus. All right. Well, I'm not paying attention. Too busy trying to get plagues down on Archons. Okay, a Dragoon got plagued too, and a High Templar. It's fine. 187 to 153 supply. This base should be dead. Good spot, though. And yeah, man, look at this. Saturating this base, too. So Killer's at 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 bases right now. Nope, 8. 8 bases with this one. I'm just discounting this high ground because I didn't think anybody would go there. And now our Protoss player is on 6. So, I don't know. Being 2 bases up on Snow may be a good way to beat him if you're going to have terrible exchanges throughout this entire game. That is kind of the name of the game for the Zerg, is you get some terrible engagements, and you're going to lose way more economically than the other Protoss does, but if you have more money than they do, you can get away with it, and you can win. Reavers into the Dark Swarm. That's right, little Reaver shenanigan play here. Killer's at 335 APM, Snow's at 260 Protoss. A bit of a slower race to play in general. DT's like, what's up here? Oh, Overlords and Lurkers. Cool. Yeah, man. Like I said, Snow getting another base here is fairly problematic for Killer. This has been, like I said, this has been such a bloodbath ever since that 20-minute mark. Interesting. Trying to go for a little lurker drop. That's a nice lurker position. Not going to say no to it, but I'm not sure there are any probes here anyway. I don't know. I guess he's down to 63 probes. Maybe that was pretty good. Lings catching a couple zealots out alone. That's when they're their best, where they could bully zealots. Well, that's a group of zealots that is in trouble, but they do have a High Templar escort. Does he have enough? Yes, enough energy for a storm there. Absolutely. Gets a juicy plague on those Reavers, but they wipe out a lurker. And they're going to try to deal with that entirely. I'm really kind of shocked that Snow hasn't been able to kill a base today. This is a pretty solid army here from Killer heading up. I don't know why you'd go up this way unless you're going after tech structures for Snow, but it seems like a terrible idea. He's going for the flank, though. High ground defense here. Flank from the left side. Snow's aware of it. He's coming up to these non-protected lurkers. Giant absolute bloodbath happening in the middle here. Plague over everything. Lurkers attacking. Archons do not care about your plague, but they do care about taking Hydra shots. That guy explodes, but everything on that left flanking group just got burned. And by burn, I guess, I don't know. Do you think it feels like fire when an Archon is hitting you or Psionic Storm is on top of you? I bet it feels pretty hot. Dark Swarm's up, but this is an Archon Reaver High Templar setup for Snow. I don't feel great about it from Killer, but my gosh. Okay, snipes the obs, but you could tell where the lurkers are. You could storm them if you don't have the vision. The Reavers, however, can't. You got to go stand a zealot over by on top of it and then attack your own zealot so the splash damage kills the lurker if you want to do that without detection, which is a trick we've seen from time to time and is pretty darn effective. Is Killer going to expand again? Doesn't seem like it's going to happen right now. He's okay on saturation levels on many of his bases. This Dark Archon's like, bring it again. I dare you. I have full energy. I don't have the Argus Talisman that allows me to, or the Dark Argus Talisman, which allows me to get 50 more energy, but you know, it's good. Snipe the obs, can't see the obs. Ooh, he is going to expand here. Killer, you madman. All right, fair enough. An attack up to this 12 o'clock position of Killers, or 11 o'clock position, I don't know. Big, strong force here. These Archons have 3/3/2 upgrades. The Hiders are at 3/3. The Lurkers are at 3/3. The Lings are at something. 3/3. They're fully upgraded Cracklings. These Lurkers maybe going to keep this alive for now. They might actually keep this hatchery alive. Dark Swarm. Yeah, it's only Dragoons here. Ow, 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 ow. High Templar says, eat it. The Lurkers say, you can't make us eat it. We're going to stay alive. Get out of here. And they stab away at the High Templar. Another attack simultaneously happening at the high ground position. The expansion here of Snow. The Reaver goes down. There's a secondary backup Reaver here, though. Is he going to try to unload on top of these Reavers? I don't know. It seems like going in here is a pretty bad idea. Snow's bringing in reinforcements at this 11 o'clock base. If Snow just hangs on to this base and kills Killer's base, that's going to be a massive, massive swing in the Protoss's favor here. More storms have arrived. Ling's trying to jump in and deal with these Zealots, which they could do again in smaller numbers. Okay, the Zealots are tanking as best they can. DT's coming in, getting lurkered, but are they going to lurker themselves? The answer is yes. Okay, so the Lurkers wiped him out. It's just desperate play here from Killer. He is just swarming, trying to keep this alive, but no, they stormed the drones. 70 drones, though, for Killer. He's staying on top here economically, spending his money pretty well. Snow's maxed out and building a bank, which is a bad sign for Killer on the long run. And here, I don't know. These Lings aren't going to save this at all. They're going to kill one of these Archons, maybe. Oh, none of the Archons die. All right. So that base dies. This base lives. Everything's falling apart for Killer. It kind of has been this entire game, though, right? Let's be honest with ourselves. He hasn't been able to kill a single Protoss base. He's now lost one of his own. His drops have been miserable, abject failures today. Truly insane stuff. So yeah, Snow is just, you know, one of the class of the Protoss race in 2022. He's an absolutely terrifying player. He's going to kill this base too. Oh no. 4 Lurkers. Whatever are we going to do at this stage of the game? These Lings are just going to die. Like, how many Lings have been donated for nothing? They're just not getting value at all. If they're in conjunction with Lurkers and Hydras and Dark Swarm and Plague and stuff, sure. But just sending Lings into this? is just asking them to die for no reason. No value. Are these Archons? Yep, 1 Archon dies, 2 Archons die, 3 Archons die. Okay. All right, that was a good trade from Killer there. Can't complain too much. Lurkers, these Dragoons firing on Lurkers is stupid. Has he got this base and this base and this base? All right, man, look. Killer might actually end up winning this game through sheer macro. It's not through sheer positioning, and it's not through sheer good engagements, and it's not through sheer base killing. It's through macro. His resources lost today at the end of this game, win or lose, are going to be like 50,000 resources more than what Snow lost. I like how he accidentally plagued his own Hydras, turned them into Lurkers. So the Lurker eggs take the damage, but when the Hydras pop out, they shouldn't be, or when the Lurkers pop, they should have their HP. Yeah, that's how this works. This is not an engagement, an interaction I've seen a lot of, but there it is. Yeah, they come out full. All right, attack on the high ground base of Killer. And it's probably going to die. He's trying to Lurker defend this thing. He's not really burrowing his Lurkers, though. I don't know where his attention is. There we go. Throwing that burrow down. Burker? Yep, so Hatch dead. But again, there's more bases where that one came from. So Hatch dies. Yes, everything you got here is plagued. With the exception of the High Templars. I guess maybe they were in the shuttle at the time. With these, man, these plagued Reavers are putting in work. Yeah, Snow's sitting on 3,000 minerals, 1,500 gas. He's maxed out. Trying to Lurker harass this base, but there's Psionic Storm on the defense. Maybe bait out some storms from this guy so he doesn't have as many for an incoming attack, which looks like it might be being set up. Might be being set up, but not really. No. 199 to 166 supply. 166. And this might, I don't know, if this base dies, Killer Man. Having a rough go of it. He's got all the upgrades. He's got the plagues. He's got the swarms. He's got everything. That was a horrible whiff of a plague. Like, embarrassingly terrible whiff of a plague. Reavers, Storm. Ah! Yeah, I mean, it's just Snow, man. Just Protoss. When Protoss is at their top, when he understands the recipe to kill Zerg, it's just really, really hard for Zerg to win. We've seen it done. Players like Hero, players like Soma, players like Jaedong, right? Players like Larva. Like, there are players who can handle this, but it seems like if you're not a top-tier Zerg and you're going up against a top-tier Protoss, just not going to work. This space has actually been mined for a while, so Killer losing it is not that big of a deal. All right, here we go. Here's an attempt to kill a base. As Snow has expanded to the 6 o'clock position, there are Reavers. There is Storm for days in this position. But the Ling stream seems to be fairly unending, and that Reaver just got wiped out without even getting a shot off. And hey! Killer's gonna kill a base! First Protoss base dead. 33 minutes and 8 seconds. Fine. Neat. Still have to deal with this rampaging monstrosity that is the Army of Snow that's already killed 2 of your bases recently, including your newest source of income. This is a little bit interesting now. 181 to 128 supply, though, is not good if you are a Zerg fan here. Plague up. That was a good one. That was a much better one than the previous one, but the previous one was an embarrassment, so not hard. Yeah, Sunkens just don't pack the punch they used to back when everybody didn't have 333 upgrades. You know, which these Protoss units do. Killer's trying to make Lings work here. His production tab is empty because, I mean, he just doesn't have the money. He's got a decent amount of income, but that one's mined out. This is dead. This is dead. Ooh, and this is dead. It was 3 bases killed in the rampage. I'm an idiot. Yeah, and that's just it. Bank for Snow. He just continues to remax over and over again. He's got a million gateways. Losing this base hurts, but it's not the end of it. This base represents a lot of production capability for Killer. He's got a bunch of macro hatches here, but otherwise, not that big of a deal. I mean, I'd maybe go after this one first. I mean, once this dies, Killer's a dead nerd. Although, I don't know. Really, all Snow's got going for him is this bottom left base and this kind of... He's got like 5 minerals being harvested. But again, he's got a 5,500 mineral bank. So, yeah. And thinking about expanding up here, are you? Archons and Reavers making quick work of these larvae. Take that, larva. 199 to 94 supply. Killer's production tab is just empty. It feels like he's just ready to GG at this point. He's got enough supply. He's got enough money. He's going to bust out some Hydras. Yeah, he's got available larva here too. I don't know. Really feels like he recognizes where he's at game-wise and he's tried everything and it's not working for him. He's going Mass Hydra here, and, you know, maybe Mass Hydra's enough to handle this, except for, you know, there's 5 High Templar here. All of them with Cadet and Amulet. That's 3 Storms available on that one, 2 on that one, 3 on that one. Yeah, and this bait just, you know, casually unloading some Reavers here. It's good. Scourge want to get that shuttle real bad, but great pullback, recognizing the Scourge are coming. And then Snow's like, you killed this base and you tried to take it yourself, did you? How droll. Scourge. I think Scourge got the shuttle, but the Reavers weren't in it at the time, and nothing's really threatening the Reavers, so it doesn't really matter. Ling's Hydras coming around the backside. It's still 171 and 150. Ooh, rather 54 total supply. I mean, look, Killer's doing his best here, making sets of Lings. But when you're down this much, that's your GG. The eyes. The Korean eyes representing, I don't know, something. Oh, what a game. What an incredible game. Yeah. Snow versus Killer. Killer lost. And again, the drops on the first base, blah, nothing. The drops on this base, nothing. And he killed a base at 33 minutes, but that was too late. It was too late. This base died, 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 and I think this base is going to die as well. So, yeah, too many bases down, too much economy down. Killer was looking okay economically, but I'm telling you, the resources lost in this game, and we've just seen this show. We've seen it so many times where the Protoss player just gets up, Reavers, Archons, High Templars, Zealots, Dragoons, and some Observers to deal with the Lurkers. And it's just really hard for... It's just a really hard combination for a Zerg player to crack. You're like, well, Hydras and Lings are a little bit useless against all the splash damage. We can't go Mutas because there's all these Archons. Guardians die to Psionic Storm. Everything dies to Psionic Storm. And Guardians can't dodge it. So, I mean, what do you do? What do you do here? I guess what you do is you don't have your 2 major drops fail miserably. End of the game, 391,000 points from Killer, 341, or from Snow. Killer's got significantly less. Yo! That kill-death ratio! 1,170 to 260. It's a 5-to-1. That is a 5-to-1 kill-death ratio in 36 minutes. Resources spent here, 102,000 for Killer, 85,000. I haven't seen 102 spent in a long time on this channel, at least outside of a fastest map, and 85,000 for Snow. But my gosh. If you have any Zerg friends, take a screenshot of this and send it to them and frighten them to death, because that's insane efficiency. Insane efficiency. Oh, wow. That's insane. That's a truly, truly insane ZVP. Well done. Well done indeed. So that's going to be it for me today. This has been Falcon Paladin coming at you with yet another edition of Killer, unsuccessfully trying to kill Snow. Go ahead, hit that like button, hit that subscribe if you like what you saw, what you heard today. You can also catch me on Twitter, Facebook, Patreon, and Twitch, all at /Falcon Paladin. And until next time, as always, thank you so much for watching, and you take care of yourself.